Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, a divine intuitive psychic, delivering messages to you from the higher realms. Welcome in everyone. So happy New Year's. So I I just need to laugh at myself, okay? Literally I did a reading yesterday and then I didn't upload it because it didn't feel right. Now I know why. And then I did another reading that I did upload, and I talked a little bit about New Year's, the new moon portal, and I was like, why are people talking about the New Year's portal, and what is that? And oh my god, I just realized that everybody's talking about the 1/1 portal. So literally, I don't know, I could say I can tell that, I went through a brain injury a couple days ago. A trauma, I should say, that just slipped my mind, but I'm okay. But no, literally, it's every year, I don't know what it is. I don't realize the 1/1 portal until later on. So I need to stop saying that, because I'm always right on the portals. Maybe it's because I'm so caught up with New Year's and all of that. So anyway, we in a portal day. Okay. Well, oh my gosh. But it's also this energy too, there's so much people running with what's being spread in the collective. See, I thought I still had my ear bud in and I didn't. Okay. It's also, when you're going through lots of stress and situations are changing, it takes a little bit of time. I feel like this is my guides telling me, but it's helpful. I put it out there once I start channeling. What's interesting too is I feel very heavily protected, right? And I feel very excited and I'm not saying put your protection down, but I can feel, or to think that you don't need to ask for protection and things like that, but it's just I can feel that the energy feels different, and I think I feel safer now that I know I have felt this chaos in my energy field. It's I knew that I was in a karmic cycle, right? But I was also I didn't know how to get myself out of it safely, right? So I've been trying to get myself out for a long time. Right, so I've just kind of been well, let me just alchemize, let me just transmute as much as I can and just wait for things. And I know that you should never stay in a situation, and that's why if anything that hurt me more, because it wasn't physically abusive yet. I mean, it was, but it was just getting thrown around, pushed around. I felt like I could handle that. I didn't physically get hit yet. Well, it ended with that. So definitely don't stay. Don't think that, oh, somebody won't hit me, because literally that's what I thought. Maybe I needed to experience that to be able to share that, right? And where I was hit in one of the most dangerous spots, on the side of the head, right? It's very thin there, that, literally that one blow, and who knows, maybe it should have ended me, but certain things, because literally I felt a flush go down my face. I thought I had bleeding internally, and it brought me back to when I was struck too, and maybe that should have been the end, but Most High decides otherwise. Like I said, some of us literally are walking around immortal. You ain't gonna be able to. Things can be watching to do, but you ain't gonna be able to end it. Because there's been quite a few times that I shouldn't have made it through. Drowning when I was little, to a car. My car went over an overpass, slammed it down, and slid 500 feet in 4 feet of snow. If you know snow, cars hit like that. They don't just slide. Anyway. So I've had a lot of these situations, but they're showing me graphically another abusive ex that I had. He had picked me up and slammed me down, and my head hit the back of the couch. Where it was one of those couches where you have those big fluffy cushions and you can move the cushions. so the cushions weren't there. So when I hit it, and I heard a crack, and immediately like blood started gushing from my nose, and my nose isn't even hit, and that's what I mean. But like, I walked away from that. I'm sorry this is getting graphic. I don't know. Maybe this is all part of it, because if you're in a situation where somebody's just like being aggressive with you, like, don't stay. Like, especially now that I've been saying, like, we in these times, right, where judgment's been called to like get right, and to these dark energies and stuff are really like, I mean, I don't even want to give it the power, so I'm not going to. But it's one of these things, like, you don't stay in situations that are like abusive and things like that. Like my situation, I'll probably put more out there telling my story. Okay. But it's like, I was so caught up with delusion and being on this spiritual quest, I like to call it, that I really felt like that my ex was like just under a lot of spiritual warfare and attack, because I knew that he had a lot of woundings, because we matched woundings and traumas, and my children were putting him through a lot. My children were being attacked, and they were and we've had so many other things, and I feel like that's why a lot of it was disguised too, because I was focusing so much on my children and the entire family and myself, and I was always doing things, and I didn't have any other like lifeline or support. Like, literally, like, he was all I had, right? And because of everything. So like, even, and then like with him, like, but that's what they do, right? They trap you. They, because of him, like, I lost my home, my car, everything, and then he's moved me out of the city and far away from where I was growing up and stuff with my children. So it was like then when my kid kept getting in trouble with the law, and then having to get him, and it's like the only help we had was his mother, right, for a form of transportation and stuff. And it's like I felt, but anyway, I don't want to talk more about my story. They had me go 7 minutes in. It's significant for somebody, right? I just want to get into these cards, or maybe for some of it's like just to process out the ending. But like, I definitely just feel this energy is shifted, right? And that I've really healed from things like very fast. Like, if for some of you, like, you're staying in things because you're afraid of like the heartbreak or the pain, or like you don't think that you're going to be strong enough, you are. And you need to know that it's that energy that's just it's really just fear that that they're imposing on you, right? And like, you need to trust in getting yourself safe. Like, I remember I was so afraid, like even when I was like calling for help, like I was like, don't call the cops, because I don't want to get kicked out, right? And they were like, we need to focus on you right now, let's not worry about the cops, right? We want you to make it to not, you know what I mean? Like, so like, I'm getting this energy, like, I really felt that this is going to go out to those, like, you need to focus on you and your health, and not to mention what this situation could be doing to you mentally, right? Okay. Because a lot of times these physical abusers, or before it even gets there, like, it's always like verbal and mental and things like that, and like, I didn't even realize how much, right? But that's what they'll do. Like, and then like the panic attacks and stuff of feeling all like, you're never alone. Like, you need to remember that. And then when I was starting to have a panic attack the other night, right, because I'm like, am I still okay? Like, you know what I mean? And feeling this energy and stuff, like, I asked my angels. This is so cute. My little girl, she was playing that game, because I Spy, or whatever, the I Spyed It, because you know what I mean, like that's what you do in a panic attack, like and it was cute, like it was her idea to play the game. So like the the angels were like working through her in a way, but they got me to play the game, and then all of a sudden the panic attack went away. But all I did is ask my angels to help, right, take the anxiety, lower my, because if you know what a panic attack is, like you start to feel like your blood starting to rise and your heart starting to race, right? And I think I've already talked a little bit about, like, I have like an arrhythmia, so I can't get myself upset, right? So anyways, like yeah, it was really neat how things had calmed down, and I was just like, I can do this, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that empowered me more, where it was just like, wow, like this healing isn't even for like this heartbreak that I thought that was going to be so much, right? Because I hate the goodbyes, and I always see the love in everybody, that they're wounded. They don't know what they do. They're being controlled, you know, by dark energies and stuff, right? And you know, it's very much a spiritual battle down here, right? And normally it's just wounded, and because I know that, you know, it's about us all saving, coming together, right? But anyway, like what I'm getting at is that I didn't even realize that it was like, because I've wanted out of the situation for such a long time, and I've wanted to be free or whatever, that really it was just like the healing that was needed was just me healing myself, but fixing what was more taken away from me. You know what I mean? Instead of that person. And that healing, when you're healing yourself, it heals so much more rapidly. You know, it's these little things, like, just like me calling in my angels, and even though they were helping my little girl was helping me with that too. If it's not like somebody, like family or whatever, that comes in to help you, like the universe, God, divine source, they will send in strangers, they will send in, it always sends somebody, right? So it's important to not isolate, okay? And like, if you're asking for help, you can't just isolate. Like, you have to be open to it, right? Let people come in and help you, that you're never alone. And even if you are physically alone, like I've been explaining too, like where I'm at, like it's really like, it's very busy and quiet. Like, you have to take buses everywhere, so I can't like just go walking like I'm used to, you know? It's not safe for me to do that here and stuff. And if you know, like the motels and the hotel living, right, there's a lot of like drama and violence within them, because most people are struggling financially or struggling with drugs and alcohol abuse, and so there's a lot, right? So you don't really feel that safe walking around, right? And I've seen that every single location. That's why I've just been like, I know that they've had me, even though I've been in this situation, I've still been doing my mission work, right? And stuff. So anyways, I really feel that's kind of why too they have me at this. I feel it's my final part. Like I knew too that this was like, I knew this was like the end of like this karmic path, right? Because it was the one where it was like the most isolated, right? Like I've only one time have I had somebody come at me with needing help, right? Struggling with trauma, right? Everything else it's just so fast. I'm so used to people just grabbing my energy and needing help, but it was like everybody just has been moved away just so quick. It's just like, it's such a big, busy place, but everybody's just so quick and in and out. And I don't know, it's different. I don't know why I'm explaining all of this. Maybe for some of you, like, you're realizing that things feel differently, or maybe you're realizing that you're at a certain place where you're meant to be. Like, I really know that this place too, like, it really isolated me and made me where I could heal. Like, I love to open the windows and have all the sunlight come in, and literally, like, the room that they gave me was literally, like, on, like, a corner. And it's like where the sun doesn't shine in, because it's another building's facing it or whatever. And I remember thinking, like, oh my gosh, I can't have like like the sun really shine in. But it's the first one where it's like completely dark, like all morning and into the early afternoon. So it's where, like, it's been forcing me to actually sleep because I was staying up all night and then I'd only get a couple hour nap and then I'd be back up because it'd be so bright, so I wasn't able to sleep in or whatever. But it was like, this place was like making me sleep. And there, like, when I first a couple days, like, not having alarm clocks and stuff, we'd sleep till like after 3 o'clock because I wouldn't even know. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, because it's so dark. And I remember, like, oh my gosh, like, it was really forcing me to, like, get sleep and rest. And I even was getting this energy, like, yeah, like, I felt like we're being, like, cleaned up and, like, healed and stuff like that. So for some of you, like, you were realizing that this was happening, okay? Because, I mean, it could either be happening or been already happening. Because I really feel that this message is going to go out to those that are healing or need it or something. But, yeah, so anyway, like, I don't know, I know I've been getting a lot of beautiful healing energy from my soul tribe that's been helping me through this. So that's definitely been helping me. But, oh my gosh, like, I'm just so excited now. And I realized that, like, my energy is coming back too, that I didn't realize how much was affecting my energy. Because I was in this situation, and even when things were okay, I was still, like, using that energy to be, like, in defensive mode, in protective mode, right? So, and I guess, and I was using a lot of energy too of, like, trying to strategize, right? Because I've been trying to plan out things, right? And it was like I would try to save up money and do these things and, like, try to plan things, but then they wouldn't. So, and it's like, I don't know, just finally, it's like, even though I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, just all those burdens and the pain and just all of that, like, I feel like I'm going to be able to have more clarity now and be able to see things differently and new things coming in. And this is a new year. And I remember when all the fireworks are going off around me last night, because that's something that's beautiful about even though I really don't like seeing all the pollution and all the smoke and all of that. There's always lots of fireworks that go off in the cities, right? So I was like, I don't know. I was like, I know I can bring my little girl to literally, like, we went out and there was fireworks just all around us last night. All around. And I just remember thinking, like, yeah, like, I made it. I made it through 2024. Like, if you made it through, I don't know what everybody else's 2024 was, but it was one of the most challenging years of my life. So I remember thinking, like, I made it through, right? And now we're in this year of a 9 vibration, 2025. Like, I just remember thinking, like, those cycles are done. Like, and I've learned so much, right? And all the karma clearing and everything too. Like, I know that I'm not going to be hurt again, right? I know that I will trust that feeling, right? I know that my intuition is definitely, I'm not going to go against that feeling anymore, and I will never put myself in a situation to get hurt, abused, misused, like, ever again. So this is so exciting to know that I'm not going to be giving my power away. Now, I've been talking a little bit about how, like, they've been getting me to empower myself a little bit and speak up, and that's why it's really important, right? And you start to realize too that you do have to integrate, like, your darkness. You do, like, now I get it. Like, I remember being so mad, like, I knew that I was walking around too nice and love and light, and people were taking advantage of that. And then, like, I didn't want to have to, be aggressive and set boundaries, and I didn't. And then people really hurt and misused me. And you do have to protect yourself, like, have those boundaries. That's the way to protect, like, your inner child. Like, you have to know that if you don't do that, you're then going to be in pain later if people do betray you and all of that, So it's like, protect that inner child. That inner child, to me, that's when, like, you're really in your feelings and your emotions, right? Because that's, like, your vulnerability, It's like if you have a bad feeling or a feeling that's just that, like, somebody will betray you, and then you know what I mean? It's just like, if you get mad and be like, nope, this is done, you ain't going to betray me, walk away, then that's not going to happen, But if you have that feeling that they're going to betray me or whatever, like you have that feeling and you stay and then they betray you, then what happens? And you're hurt, then you're crying. You know what I mean? Like that was on you. You know, trust what you feel. So, learned it, did it, healed from it, done, right? So, like I said, I was more upset I let myself down, you know, like, you know, and then too, thinking about my children, you know, like my little girl, you know, she didn't need to see her mommy get hurt, see her mommy get scared, you know, and what if I wouldn't have made it right? So there, you know, for some of you, like if you're a mom, don't stay just because. Think about, like you may be staying in an abusive situation because you don't want to break your children's heart, you know, splitting up the family or whatever. But imagine, like, say that abusive partner goes too far and you don't make it. Now imagine the life that your children are going to have with that abusive parent. And then imagine the pain that abusive parent would feel knowing that, you know what I mean? So get out of any of those situations, okay? I feel like I'm going to have to label this one a certain way. So, I mean, maybe, because they called me to talk about this, so yeah. I pulled the goddess cards right away. I was starting to shuffle these. So there's this energy of, like, knowing your worth, knowing your beauty, right? That's what these narcissists do. I was dealing with, like, a covert narc. Like, I ain't gonna play. Like, it should have been a sign, too, because it was, like, he would, like, treat me so well around other people, but behind closed doors it was different. Like, and I even knew it. Like, there'd be times that he'd just be talking so down to me and so mean to me, and I'd just go open up doors and stuff. I'd run and go open up the door. Because then I knew it'd stop. Because then it's like, oh, door's open. You know, he'd stop because he wouldn't have caught. You know what I mean? I can't explain. Like, because I'm disclosing a secret that they don't want you to know. That's why it's like, I would know, like, if he'd be fighting with me too, like, I'd get out in public. And I even called him out too. I remember we were walking into Target. We were just walked into the doors, but he was so mean to me out in the parking lot on the way there. And then as soon as we walk in, it was like, oh, we're going to be all nice because we're around people now. And I remember I just started having a scene there. I was like, how dare you talk to me and say you're going to hurt me and all this because I want to leave you. And I, right in the middle, like, I created, like, such a big, just to embarrass him, to show him, like, don't you, you know, threaten to hurt me and all of that behind. I'm not saying go do that and provoke people, but I was starting to do that because I was on my way of starting to stand up for myself. Because some of you feel like you have to say things, and maybe, well, for some of you, maybe, you know, that may help you, but I don't know. No, I'm not even going to say that because you really shouldn't. You need to give it to Most High because it didn't end well with me. Okay, and all of that was probably starting to get to him, you know? But, you know what I mean? But that was the way, like, I knew that he was definitely covert because it, you know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't talk down to me around other people, you know? I mean, sometimes when he couldn't control himself, but for the most part, like, what is that they say, like, the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, too? Like, somebody that can completely play with their emotions and feelings. You know what I mean? So, but also, too, like, yeah, that was something I learned a long time. His son had to leave his father abusive, and like, they were trying to situation too, and so we had a guy that would stop by throughout the week just to check on me. Like, resources, like, they will help you. Like, all the shelters were full and stuff, but they're still checking on me. But anyway, like, they told me, like, whenever he's home, like, whether it's night or not, like, keep all the windows open. Feel safer having windows. People can hear you, curtains open, you know, so, and I'm like, look, the windows are open. I even say, like, remember our or I don't remember what it was called, like specialist or maybe therapist or something. I don't know. Remember, she said it's open. You have to leave them open. So if you shut, I feel safe with the, you know what I mean? It was like yeah, he get really no, that's right. The curtains are open because you know you just need to have like a witness. People can see things, but a lot of times I want to get out of this energy because I really don't like saying like it's where like give up all, worry about like your things, your home, your stuff. Like you need to think about like your life, right? And stuff, and these energies, you know, like can just snap and not care when they no. So don't stay to that point. You know, don't be waiting for. You have to doing yourself, and then God can come in. But you have to. You need to be putting that energy out there that wanting help. It's like if you're just sitting there not taking that action to get yourself out, then it's the universe like, it's okay. It's kind of like the abuse. It's not really shown. And it's not, I don't know. That's why when like you start to take that, when you leap of faith, like you would like dramatically take a jump, then it's more dramatic to Most High that, yep, you know what I mean? Those are the ones that need the help like then and now too. And like those are the ones that like need the emergency resources and things like that. Not the ones that, you know what I mean? That's why like I get it. Like there are situations that are more severe than others. You know, so you okay? So yeah, just don't wait. Wow, 27:17. That stood out to me. Wow, I'm almost 30 minutes in, so this is just gonna be like wow, look, they're showing me true love. There's something about this too, like, yeah, like, look at this, true love and peace. Like, you deserve to have this, true love and peace. Don't settle for anything less, anything that doesn't make you feel safe, secure, at home. Like, it's not true love. Like, you could think that it's love because people very much will trauma bond and that'll feel like love. But if you have these traumas, then a lot of times that blocks you off for really feeling love, so they can't really fully give love if they're blocked in. That's what I mean. Sometimes people don't even realize what they're doing. And they'll realize it sometimes when you leave. But that's part of the karma, you know, that they have to receive. But it doesn't mean go back and try again. Because a lot of times it just goes right back. It was literally, people will get, just don't go back, right? You attracted it because it was a trauma bond. That's not your soulmate, that's not your true love. But when you start to pour that love into yourself and heal yourself and be at peace, then you're going to attract just that. So, all right, I'm going to leave this one here as just like an empowerment video. Then for those of you that align with this, like you aligned with it energetically, right? For to show you that this is your time, right? If I can do it, you can do it. If you're one of just my normal subscribers, then know that, you know, you're just finding out more of my story. So, all right, I'm going to leave this here. Love and light to all of you. You got this. Bye, guys.